People often think that an AI assistant is something that just answers questions, but an AI browser agent is different. It can actually use your browser for you. It can click buttons, fill in tedious forms, navigate websites, compare prices, and complete tasks, just like a human. However, businesses who don't understand this tech either overestimate what it can do, use the wrong tool, or waste money trying to automate the wrong tasks. I'm Dan, and I work with Bob, and between us we've spent over a decade delivering technology projects as software developers and technical leads. Now we're helping businesses use that same technical thinking to gain a real advantage from AI. Today, I'll show you what AI browser agents actually are, how they work, and I'll demo 4 different ways to use them, with an example of finding holiday deals in Benidorm. These include low-code automation, open source, built-in browser agents, and finally, fully fledged AI browsers. By the end, you'll know when to use them, when to avoid them, and where this tech is heading next. An AI browser agent is simply an AI model that has access to a browser, and it can take real actions. It can open pages, search, scroll, click, extract data, and follow instructions to complete tasks end to end. Think of it as giving ChatGPT or Gemini a pair of hands and a screen. So the question is, how reliable are they right now, and which tools perform best? Let's look at 4 practical ways to use them, all with the same challenge. Find me the 3 cheapest holiday deals in Benidorm. First up is Airtop, used inside an N8n automation. This approach is great for businesses because Airtop comes with a lot of built-in capabilities. It can handle all flows, it can bypass some bot checkers, and it integrates cleanly with N8n, so you can build repeatable automations without code. For our Benidorm example, you could have N8n trigger Airtop, open a browser session, navigate to multiple travel sites, compare dates, and scrape prices automatically. The downside? It's expensive. You pay for the model and the Airtop service. A quick search used about 50p in model costs, and 1,000 credits in Airtop. For reference, you get 30,000 credits for $26 a month. And although it works quite well, it still struggles with websites that are heavily scripted, or even the occasional cookies button click. This is a good option if you need browser automation inside a workflow tool, and cost isn't the biggest concern. But what if you'd rather avoid the subscription and just pay for the model? Next up is BrowserUse, an open source browser agent framework. The big benefit is cost. You only pay for the AI model, not for a hosted browser service. It's cheaper, very flexible, and ideal if you want full control. They have a free or paid version, and in the free version, you'll run it locally or set up hosting yourself. And in both versions, you'll have to write some code. We spun up a quick app to test this, and here it goes. With this, the limitation is the same as with Airtop. Even with full control, browser agents still make some mistakes, and it's still much slower than a human. They click the wrong area, they misinterpret layouts, and they fail on websites that react aggressively to automation. So this is finished now, and we can see the results. It also generated a nice little GIF for us, but it did take over 10 minutes due to scrolling issues and the model getting confused, and it used over $1 in model costs. BrowserUse is pretty good for developers, prototypes, or internal tooling, but most businesses will find it requires a bit too much technical overhead. So what about something simpler? Something built directly into a model interface. OpenAI's Agent Mode has its own built-in browser tool, which lets the model navigate websites directly from ChatGPT. And how is it priced? So ChatGPT Plus, Business, and Enterprise get 40 executions per month included. On Business and Enterprise, you can also pay 30 credits per message on a pay-as-you-go basis. For our Benidorm example, you'd ask ChatGPT to search a travel site, compare prices, and extract details, and it'll open the site inside ChatGPT's browser and perform the steps for you. It's a very easy way to try browser agents with zero setup. It's a little less capable than a human again, but it does usually get the job done. This took around 8 minutes, which is still much slower than a human would have. And it can't handle login like Airtop and BrowserUse. If a task requires a login, ChatGPT agent will pause and prompt you to take control of the virtual browser. It's generally good for lightweight tasks, quick research, or one-off checks. But what if you want something designed from the ground up to be a full AI browser? This is where things get interesting. Tools like ChatGPT Atlas, which currently is Mac only, and Perplexity Comet are full browsers built around AI, not just models given browser access. They're designed to browse, summarize, compare, and extract with interfaces that support AI rather than work against it. I'll demo this using Perplexity Comet. We'll put in our query, allow it browser access, and watch it go. Out of all the approaches, this is by far the fastest and the most polished experience. It can also manage credentials and has a full record of usage. It does have a decent free tier too, but to do this kind of thing regularly, you'd need the Pro version, which is $20 a month. You can see the results very nicely laid out here, and it finished in about 3 minutes, rapid compared to the others. You can also set up automation flows to things like Gmail, Calendar, and Notion, but this requires an enterprise license, which is $40 per month per seat. So, should you actually use browser agents? Well, if the cost of running them is cheaper than paying a human, or it frees up time for a human to focus on revenue-driving work, then the answer is probably yes. For complex tasks, highly interactive websites, or anything security or mission critical, until recently, I'd have said the tech isn't quite there yet, but now AI browsers like Perplexity Comet are completely changing the game, and are by far faster, cheaper, and more secure than any of the other options. But obviously, for any of these, you should hand over control of your browser to an AI with caution. But for most tasks, AI browsers are worth giving a go. If you'd like to see what this could look like in your business, whether that's advice and guidance around browser agents, discovering AI solutions to business problems, or building custom AI tools, you can head over to our website using the link in the description below. Here you can book in a free call with us to chat about what's possible for your business with AI. I'm Dan from Dan and Bob AI, and we'll see you in the next one.